Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to this next part of... In case I moved the wrong thing. Okay. This next part of Stellaris, which is now loading. But the loading screen takes a while. It doesn't show up until it's, like, close to the end, So we're just gonna sit here for a little bit. Until it finishes. So when last we left off, well, a lot happened. But the most pressing matter is that we needed more influence. And I thought of a way to get some more influence as soon as we start, so. Then we'll finish building star bases on the few systems that are left. And then I'm going to save up the influence for a habitat. Space habitat, which is the space colony. Just get to see what those are like. Yeah. And as for the planets Earth and the other one there, I think I've decided that I'm just gonna not do much with them because I'm getting good science from being there. I'll just monitor them instead of trying to interact, at least for a while, since it costs influence anyway, and I've kind of been running low on that. So this loading screen is so long that I really should not have started yet. But I've already said a lot, so I don't want to have to redo it, So yeah. In the meantime, you can see the angry face. Look at how angry I am. And the sad face is more of a disappointment face. Yeah. Then there's the shocked face, which is not meant to be talked during. Since it glitches out. Yeah. Okay, it's at... As soon as it lets me see what it's at. I think it's at like 70... It's at 80% now. 81% now. 82%. 83. 84. 85, 86. Picture changed. 80... Still 86. 87, 88. 89. I'll just let it count by itself a little bit. Okay, what percent is it at now? 100%. Okay, it is now here. So I seem to have shrunk it slightly. Or I moved it, I didn't shrink it. Is it all good now? Yes, seems all systems go. Just shrink away a little bit. Then let's start this. This loading screen's taking nearly as long, do not worry. Okay, we're back in. Let's see, I can upgrade more of these stations. Let's do that real quick. Since they're here, they all might as well be upgraded. We have room to build 2 more of those stations. We happen to have some planets over here. Let's build star bases above those. There we go. Just close some of this stuff because there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, the Science Council is 100% happy. Peace is 72% happy. Since we have Liberation Wars instead of Defensive Wars only, it'll probably stay like that. And the Xeno Justice Council is 100% happy as well. Oh yeah, one other thing. Last time I was building armies, I couldn't build robot armies. I think that was because I didn't have it set so I can make robot soldiers yet. They can colonize as well, why not? Now, where was I? Oh yeah, to get some more influence before we do anything else. As soon as I find where they move the stuff, okay. Our vassal has this building, which we're providing aid to them. But I really think we need influence, so let's instead... It says 0 influence, so maybe it won't work. Never mind that way.
Ships upgraded.
Just get, we have +2 influence
Construction complete.
a month now. That should build up. Somebody closed their porter. It was wherever they are. Where are you? It won't show me. They don't like us, wherever they are. Oh, they're over here. Why don't they like us? Well, it's going up, so they'll stop hating us soon enough.
Research complete.
And then we got some more research done. Use synthetic thought patterns. Resources from job plus 5%. Very good. Stability is good on all worlds.
Construction complete.
Including no mine zone, which is still new. I always like to build each of the one planet only stuff, so I'll get another Unity thing going down. Because we're kind of low on the Unity growth. And then get more anchorages, so the military can be really big one day. At all the star bases. The anchorages just allow you to... Well, if you know what an anchorage is, it's a place for the ships to stay, so you can have a maintain a lot more of them. Like right now, we could have a fleet size of 60. We only have 28 right now. So we discovered another archaeology. Data crystal records reveal that the Grunner waged war against the Baal, desiring the plentiful resources purportedly found on their planets. A set of system coordinates has been successfully extracted from one such record. Archaeologists are uploading the planet's location to our systems now. So now we'll have the former Baal colony investigation. So now you can try to get to the debris in time. Better sensors. What do we want next? Research Institute sounds good.
Research complete.
We got cruisers now. coil guns, so our guns are better. Upgrade our ships a little bit. Yeah, this ice cap zone is almost filled to capacity. So now we just wait for stuff to happen.
Complete.
Coil guns obtained. Our science is getting quite good now. Researching things very fast. Let's get assembly patterns for planetary build speed up, so we can build buildings faster and stuff.
Construction complete.
So build this station here, and then this planet we shall also colonize. Who is the best? Besides the robots, these people, because they're cave dwellers, so they can live anywhere. I think I'll take these guys, yes. Maybe. Okay, missile strikes observation post. Earlier today, a barrage of surface-to-space missiles was launched from the surface of Sol 3 at our observation post. The station was destroyed with no survivors. There can be no doubt that the pre-faster-than-light civilization on the planet's surface is continuing to advance at an incredible rate, despite the fact that we removed the influence of their so-called God. The technology he gave them must have triggered a lasting scientific revolution. This is why we have a directive of non-interference. Okay, that's not good. Earth is... Sweet, we definitely ruined Earth. It was terrible. Okay, what do we want to name this new planet that has... hostile... It's a hostile planet, so it's not a very happy planet. But food from farmers goes up. I don't know, terrifying... farm zone. Do I even want to have farms, though? Terrifying animal planet. Did I spell terrifying right? We'll find out. So maybe I should just send my fleets to Earth to be prepared for what comes next. I'm gonna go build another observation post on Earth and see what happens. Here are the humans. Let's see. Spirits protect me. You look like our holy savior, yet the differences are telling. He spoke of demons who would mimic appearance, and that might one day descend from the heavens to steal away. The prophecy came true, and there's no doubt in my mind that it was your doing. Whereas our holy savior, a wretched creature, I demand immediate release. We can tell him that our holy savior was an alien scientist, who was executed for his crimes against your people, or we can just give him back. What do we want to do? They're authoritarian, xenophobic, and at least we made them scientific. They're also dictatorship right now. Cease the blasphemy. Slandering the name of the Holy Savior is an unforgivable sin, and punishable by death. It's only through his sacred implements that our civilization managed to achieve all that it has. I will forgive your trespass so long as you return the Holy Savior to us. Well, I don't want to say he was executed. Was he executed? I don't think we killed him, so... Very well, you want it back? May the Holy Savior forgive your crimes, demon. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
Ships upgraded.
Suppose I should be thankful that you returned me to my disciples. Despite the unjust treatment I received, the confinement and ludicrous psychological assessments, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. As long as you leave me and my people alone, we can find a way to coexist. Space is very big, after all. We shall see. Now, as I say, greetings. You have no doubt taken note of our ascent from humble beginnings, just as we have taken note of your starbase orbiting our star. We understand the starbase represents some hypothetical claim on the system. We ask only that you relinquish this hold on our space, ceding the starbase to the beings who have called Sol home since time immemorial. It is only just. Sure.
Handshake protocols activated.
Then we shall establish an embassy with the human coalition, who are slaving despots. Slaving despots are slave societies that rely on military expansion to secure a steady supply of slaves for their mines and farms. They prefer to attack the weak and defenseless. And they're an executive committee. The government is a materialistic form of oligarchy, where a powerful bureaucracy governs the state and guides the citizens towards productive and meaningful goals. Yes, they're environmentalists and slavers. How would you like to work for us, guys? Crap, we need influence for it. So we'll try to build up influence and get that going on.
Research complete.
You just sit over there, patient.
Salvage preserved.
Got some debris salvaged. I guess we'll take some ceramo metal armors. Increase armor's power a little. As for what you're gonna do. There's another colony over here, might as well go do that. And then you can go over here and do some archaeology. Okay, let's send somebody over here to, make them like us. Notice I have one that's just sitting around doing nothing, so send him over here so we'll continue to dominate the Galactic Senate.
Research complete.
Our detection arrays have discovered at least one cloaked, non-allied fleet and have forced it to decloak. It's one of these guys. Interesting. Everybody trying to do their cloaking stuff, I guess. We still don't know how to do that. Let's see, we can build another gas extraction well here. But then I guess I'll take another research institute. For more science. Ironically named Sandopolis. Let's get quantum probes for more science. I guess I'll take this because it's shiny. The Archaeo studies. Ceramic metal composites are now ours, so I'll take long-range mineral scanners for more mining station output.
Construction complete. Ships upgraded. Ships upgraded.
So I need 17 more influence, and then we'll try to make them work for us. So everything is all good. It all worked out in the end. Now let's get more anchorages so we can build a massive fleet should the need arise.
Handshake protocols activated.
We want a commercial pact. Sure, for now. At least until we
Council agenda ready.
get them to work for us. Let's finally do this counselor agenda that'll get everybody more experience. There, basically everybody leveled up, except the research master. I'd rather click on this. Okay. Can become an even more enlightened ruler. I can get deep connections for more influence. Okay, as much as I really want more influence, I think I'd rather stack enlightened ruler for the long game, because reduced upkeep is very good. Reformer's not bad, but enlightened ruler is superior. See, you leveled up. I can make your connections deeper. Increase your trust cap stuff. You know what, let's make the trust cap even more intense. As for what we're gonna do next... This will take favored society for now, which will increase pop resource output, as well as make the amount of resources from Ice Cap Zone go up. So since we still only have like 4 planets, I think a fifth one is coming soon. That'll be good. Okay, we got more people that can level up, because the other leaders that weren't in the council. This governor. Let's reduce upkeep of artisans and metallurgists, that'll be good. Sure, I somehow didn't notice that. Yeah. Wait, our admiral went up, so let's... Okay, with seal it, they'll gain us unity from killing things, which is cool. But it has a negative as well, so think of the little shipbreaker, so when we destroy the enemies, we recycle their ships. Then this governor can have something. Either pioneer, increased leader experience gain and pop growth, or just more resources from jobs. Or reduce pop keep, that's a counselor one, though we don't want that one. Resources from jobs, so.
Research complete.
Finish 3 researches at once. This one's shiny, so let's get detection array. So we can detect cloaked fleets. Okay. Get the ceramo metal infrastructures from our building slots. As well as colony development speed. And for here, let's get rail guns, because we use those weapons. So far, so good. No mine zone. What do I want to build here now? See, a faculty of Archaeo Studies is one in the entire Empire, but gives us research and stuff. So let's build one of those here. Why not?
Special project complete.
Okay, the former Baal colony, the Baron. Despite the promise of riches suggested in the ancient Gronar data crystals recovered from Chudin. Atrikian 1 is a dry, barren world, void of atmosphere. Fortunately, geological scans revealed a near-endless trove of fossilized remains deep in the planet's sedimentary record. Among them is a plantoid species most likely to have been the Baal, as it is the only one identified in possession of the neurological structures required for sapiens. Targeted excavation should uncover more information. So now there's an archaeological site on that planet. Okay, we have enough influence. Hey, Earth. How would you like to work for us? So can I change some of this stuff, though? That's good, that's good. Oh, that makes it even less. Okay. So the more they like it, the less I have to do. I could have gotten this way sooner. And do you know what they give us in return, since they're going to be a protectorate? Protectorate is a subject that is considerably weaker than their overlord, reduced to the point where their vassalage is considered a boon to them. Protected from the dangers of the greater galaxy, they can stabilize and improve their homeland as their liege looks out for them. So in return, their technology research cost is minus 80%, so they'll get technology rapidly. But in the meantime, I will get 0.25 influence returns per month, so it helps in the long run. There, now Earth is our vessel. It all worked out in the end. Though it pains us greatly to surrender some of our sovereignty to an alien power, we shall agree to become your subject. Now they can't hurt anybody else. You'll just be my pet for now. We got one of these. What do I want to do next? I am thinking Harmony next. Because it does a bunch of good stuff. Yeah, increases stability and stuff. Or stability is almost always at, like, max anyway, but this will ensure that it's always at the max. So Harmony it is. Few things can match the strength of a content populace working towards a common goal.
Research complete.
Got railgun now. Let's improve the hulls of our corvettes. Let's see. Let's build lots of jobs everywhere, so. I do want more actual buildings, though, so cities it is.
Research complete.
Then I got the research technology that... Okay, we got... Let's see, what can we do next? Guess I'll have it so I can upgrade science buildings even more. And then I'll get... Xeno relations for more diplomatic weights. Build another building here. Might as well be science. Let's see. Can't build a research institute yet, but I might as well build a research lab here. Going all in on science now. That's how we'll take over everything. Now there are advanced corvette hulls here, which is shiny. But I think I'd rather have orbital rings, Allows the construction of massive band-shaped star bases in stable orbit around colonized planets. Sounds hype to me. Running low on gases, though. I'm sure we'll be fine. Let's build some more star bases to show. 2 more left. Well, there's also some that are, you know, have some enemies that we'll take care of in a second, and then build there as well. We're getting there. Let's build more anchorages for the future. And hydroponics bays, so we never have to build farms on the planets, because all the food is grown in space. Ooh, a nebula refinery. Gives us some gases. We definitely want that.
Construction complete.
Something else was completed. Those are complete now.
Construction complete.
Increase the research lab even further. Unlimited science. Okay, there's something else we can vote on. There's still that mercenary one, which I'm not sure about. It does increase trade value, though. So sure, why not have mercenaries? Pan-Galactic Recycling Initiative makes so pop consumer good upkeep goes down, which I like. So get that going as well. Now we're voting on collective waste management. Adrian O'Malley is now a substance abuser, so his lifespan went down 10 years, but he'll still live plenty long, I'm sure. Since we're building a hydroponic base soon, let's get rid of these farms. Get industrial sectors instead on this planet. Build a research institute here. Another gas extraction well. Actually, before the research institute, I could get 2 of these. Get 2 gas extraction wells. That might take care of our gas problem. Gas shortage we're having. Popular rock. By tracing weak energy trails, most likely left by spacefaring vessels, one particular asteroid in the cluster was singled out. Closer inspection of the asteroid's surface confirmed the theory of prior space traffic, as multiple signs of landing and takeoff were found on the rocky exterior. Sensors also indicate cavities and tunnels within the asteroid, which may be excavated. Keep digging.
Research complete.
Build some more mining stations. Research places will be upgraded. Speculative hyperlane breaching allows us to teleport with our science ships.
Research complete.
Not the most useful thing since the galaxy is mostly already discovered. Let's see. I suppose, actually, heritage sites. This will allow us to upgrade our Unity stuff, so we'll get a lot more Unity. So let's do that. Didn't even read what it was called, did I? It is just called heritage
Research
sites.
complete.
Okay, the hive, that was my minion over here, became a protectorate. I guess they became so weak that now they're protectorate. Fascinating. Let's see, that's probably better for them, actually, because now we can't demand as many taxes from them. It's fine. I need the extra unity anyway. I mean, influence, not unity. Now every single science place can be upgraded.
Founding a new home.
Ooh, we can upgrade the robots soon. So our new planet's being colonized as we speak. Terrifying animal
Research
planet.
complete.
So you can now upgrade the heritage sites. I think I'll take a refit standards so that our ship upkeep goes down a little.
An alien federation has formed. It's good to see them make friends among themselves.
Galactic Defense Axis voted to form a federation. We've chosen to go to the galaxy together as one. First, let me check on who that is. Let's see, the Yaston Republic. Don't like us very much, and Commonwealth of Hoth, which are the ones we were at war with at one time, but we're friends now. So they, over here. And the ones up here are now in a federation. You can ask for association status, which will act as a non-aggression pact between us and all members of the Federation. Their trust of us will increase by +5 each month, up to a maximum of 250. Yeah, to make sure we stay friends with them. Yeah, I think they succeed. Okay. Now we're being contacted with Fallen Empire. Greetings, Vateran humans. We understand that your empire has come into possession of a cache of data containing the brain scans of an extinct species, taken from the very world they once inhabited. This was on Mars that we found this. Even though your species is still too primitive to utilize this data, we laud your efforts in preserving this last remnant of a once vibrant civilization. As part of our efforts to conserve and catalog endangered species in our Endangered Species Preserve, we wish to take this data and use our cloning technologies to bring a small number of the species back to life. Will you share it with us so we can fulfill their last wish together? We'll make a copy for you. Very nice.
Research complete.
Okay, then we'll get our science ships can teleport. Let's see, now we can assist cloaking advanced so we can detect more cloaking stuff, or I think I'll take extended combat algorithms so we can have better combat computers on our ships. This galaxy is at peace rapidly, quickly, honestly. I don't think anybody's ever fighting anybody. The one trouble-ish person was the ones that were right next to us, but everybody else has been very friendly. And they're now a vassal of these people who are friendly to us, so they're not a threat at all.
Research complete.
Okay, let's do more archaeology. Following small and narrow tunnels, the expedition team finally stumbled into the innermost sanctum, a vast and exquisitely crafted chamber adorned by scriptures carved directly into the rock. Translation of spiritual text carved into the walls called the place the Ninth Step. It was apparently one of many destinations on a religious journey taken by the creating species. If this was the ninth step, where are the other preceding 8? Or are the preceding 8, and to how many steps have followed? Fascinating. And with that, we also can now make the robots better. Let's see. Let's get rare crystal manufacturing so we can make crystals if we ever need to. Then let me go to our robots and create another version of them. Oh, you have 1 point to spend. So I think I'll do... It's durable. Yeah, durable. It reduces their upkeep slightly. So we'll do that. It'll make the new ones look like this. Seems good to me. The newest, shiniest of robots. Then go to each planet to make sure we're building the shiny ones. So far, so good. Somebody declared rivalry again with these guys. Well, they can't attack us because they're somebody's minions. If they want to call us their rival, then we'll also call them our rivals, so we get more influence.
Research complete.
Okay, now we can... Ships... Upkeep goes down. Let's get secrets of life from our society research. Skyrocket our science into the stars. This place is now a tech world. Which makes sense. I think I'll... Wrong button. I think I'll permanently keep it a tech world. This place is still a mining world. We'll keep it that. This is considered a generator world, even though there are no generators on it. So let's not do that. What's urban world do? Trade value plus 20%. Sounds good to me. Urban world for now. Ice Cap Zone is the capital, so you can't specialize. Ice Cap Zone. It will always be ice, just the capital.
Research complete.
Terrifying animal planets coming along. Science is too good that I can never get to say anything because then more science pops up. Let's get advanced railguns.
Handshake protocols activated.
A migration treaty with Earth. Yes. Upgrade even more research buildings. Gonna have so much science everywhere. Okay, let's go take these other places real quick. While our fleet grows in
Ships
power.
upgraded.
Our main fleet is now 2,200 strength, and the other one is 800, so...
Research complete.
Let's get multi-dimensional analysis from our research station output.
New frontiers established.
Let's see. Let's get... Yeah, our planet's now... Animal planet's now complete. Let's get construction templates so that we can build even faster. Some other stuff. And first thing we always build is... robot assembly plants. And then let's build a city so that they have room to be in. Create a new sector, the terrifying animal planet sector. Then we need somebody to be here. So who do we want? Minus crime, plus foods. Army build cost trade value. So we can get leaders from other places as well. I mean, I guess I'll take extra trade values.
Construction complete.
Now we can... Let's get leader lifespan plus 10 years and leader maximum traits minus 1. By embracing a combination of new meditation techniques and a healthier eating habits, a large segment of our population enjoys a greater life expectancy than ever before. Just make sure nobody is dying. Still waiting to spend that ascension perk on something. Our ships continue to need to be upgraded. Build more mining stations everywhere.
Ships upgraded.
Okay, this is interesting. Our minerals are so full that we can't hold anymore. So what I'm gonna do is set up a monthly trade where we sell our excess minerals on the galactic market, so that people that are poor and don't have minerals can buy them from us. And we'll get lots of money from it. So our money is plus 250 per turn. Now, food is kind of going down, but we have a huge stockpile, 8.3k, so I think we're fine on that front.
Research complete.
More research state. The positronic AI. Evolving artificial intellects are opening the door to the possibility for true synthetic sapiens. Definitely get that. Secrets of life. Let's see. We've got a whole bunch of these, like, blockers. So climate control network will allow us to get rid of massive glaciers. That'll only take us 3 months. And as for here, let's build civilian industries for more consumer goods, as well as the robot station we just built. Just already building the best robots, so no need to change that.
Research complete.
Okay, we can get rid of the glaciers, and then let's get planetary resurfacing so we can get rid of impassable mountains. And then get anti-gravity engineering for city district housing +1. So we can now build that ring that was a thing before, right? If I go to ice cap zone here, build megastructure orbital ring. Starbeast variant, okay. But it needs influence, so let's wait 1 second on that. So the ball organism stuff is down there, so let's do the other archaeological sites first. Let's go archaeology it up over here, then
Construction complete.
we get some more anchorages. And then resource silos to store stuff is good. Sounds good to me. And on this planet, we can get rid of the massive glacier. Missing scientists. When the scientists working the observate, not again. Orbiting Dorasa 2 has been reported missing. She was taking part in a covert mission to collect plant samples from the planet's surface, but did not return to the shuttle with the rest of her team. You have been conducting a limited search so as to not alert the pre-TF so far without success. It's another scientist doing the same thing. See, under intense pressure, Supreme Administrator Maya Salamor has developed a unique way to cope with stress. Though some might see this as a simple quirk, it affects the whole quad. Maya Salamor gains the brutal trait, granting the following effects. Crime go up, and then forcers and telepaths reduce happiness. Strange. There's still no crime, though, so do not worry about it. Happiness is about the same, because we don't really actually need to build a lot of enforcers, because there is no crime. Let's get cloning from our pop growth. Then build more anchorages, so we can have the massive ship eventually. And a hydroponics bay from our food. Borders open with whoever you guys are. I don't know where you are, so... Thanks, though.
Blocker cleared.
Is it these guys? I don't even know. Odd Factor. A group of investigators have found a hidden factory on terrifying Animal Planet. The building in its state of decay tells of an old civilization, one that excelled at constructing things that stood the test of time. Population would easily be able to use the facility to add to the colony's production output. Intriguing. Adds Odd Factory to terrifying Animal Planet. Odd Factory worker jobs +1.
Research complete.
I don't know, sounds pretty sus. Anti-gravity engineering. And then let's get citadels so we can build the maximum size starbases. Now with anti-gravity engineering...
Research complete.
The Ascension perk I was holding on to... might be something I can use it with. Arcology project. Thus we shall make a world of the city and a city of the world. So then we can turn the planet into Ecomenopolis, increasing housing, resource production, and pop growth, and unlocking special arcology districts at the expense of the planet's natural resources becoming inaccessible, preventing all further constructions of generator mining and agricultural districts. Yes. Definitely want that. Let's see. This place is still upgrading stuff, but once that's done, we don't need generator districts. Let's replace them with industrial. We're gonna turn Ice Cap Zone into a city planet. It shall be glorious. Let's get vitality boosters from our leader lifespan to ensure everyone's survival.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Where? Just somewhere? Okay. Somebody leveled up. Ah, a science person. You can become even better at engineering, or you can just become better at science overall. There's Voidcraft and other stuff. In this case, I think I'll take engineering focus. So the best engineers possible. Soon we'll take this one last system, and then I can finally start building that habitat. And other stuff I want to build.
Construction complete.
Let's see, Starbase, etc. Also, Earth. I built a commercial pact with you a while ago. As good as it is, I think I'm fine without it. I need the influence more.
Life form encountered.
Get positronic AI now. Ooh, transit hub. I've been looking for this. Hyperlane breach points. That'll help
Research
everybody
complete.
move to plan set. Have jobs easier. Let's get selective defoilants because it gets rid of dense jungles. Okay, we now have a total naval size of 174. We only are using 28 of that.
Research complete.
So we could have a massive fleet if we built the ships. See that Odd Factory. No reports of any problems have been issued from the Odd Factory and terrifying Animal Planet. It seems that the colony will maintain the projected production estimates. Good. And we can get rid of all the stench jungle. And the impassable mountain. This place still has quicksand. Even though it's no longer sand, it still has quicksand.
Construction complete.
So I think I want more gas so I can... She only have 15. So I can upgrade more science. Sandopolis Zone is now a tech world, so let's keep it going. Oh, more something else completed. Now we can get rid of the jungle. Let's get gene crops. More food from farmers. What was I gonna do before I got distracted by the farmers? Oh yeah, jungles. Let's get rid of the rest of jungles. Dense jungles. We already did the jungles. I'm getting confused. Like, nothing to worry about.
Research complete.
We now have hyperdrive 2 as well as some other stuff. Ooh, wormhole stabilization. Naturally occurring subspace wormhole is a fickle thing. Its fluctuating energy levels typically make it impossible to travel safely between its linked apertures. There are ways to temporarily stabilize its matrix, however. So then we can see what's on the other end of this wormhole that's over here. Let me upgrade the ships again.
Ships upgraded.
5-year plans. So did I ever read the description for that other thing that we've... Whatever. The governors of our world should be given the freedom necessary to propose and enact sweeping reforms for the betterment of all. So agri-world generator and mining planetary designations gain additional bonuses. And the basic subsistence living standard is banned, so you have to actually give your people, you know, living standards. Sounds good to me. Archaeology. Target from orbit. At the very heat of the formational heart, at the very heart of the formation, lies an overgrown processional entrance leading deep underground, choked with vegetation and half buried in rubble from some tectonic shift ages past. The going is very hard, and clearing the passageway will be quite an undertaking. Keep it digging. I like how our head of research is the one that does everything. He does all the archaeology, flies around in the science ship, and does everything. He's a real go-getter, that guy.
Spaceborne life form encountered. Research complete.
Okay, something moved into that system we were going to take. Some mining, much more of those mining droids. I don't feel like fighting them just yet. We've selected lineage. Just make the leaders live longer and gain more experience. Get that. Since I can't build in that system, I want to go build a habitat, which I think needs 150, so we can't just yet. But head back to home base. We'll go from there.
Blocker cleared.
Still have quicksands. It's our only foe. Well, endangers wildlife. Okay, we've been selling our minerals for a while now. Let's reduce the amount we're selling them, so that we're still
Blocker
gaining them.
cleared.
Just for getting lowish on them.
Council agenda available.
Odd factory. Job, I tell you. We can now expand the council as soon as I'll let the council finish what it's doing now, of course. Which is almost done, and then we'll expand the council and get another person on the council.
Blocker cleared.
Meanwhile, this governor leveled up. Let's make him even better at trading. Trade value is always nice. Though we only have 3 on this planet so far, it'll go up. Meanwhile, back in archaeology, the amber puzzle box. Once past the collapsed entrance, a tunnel bores deep into the earth, archaeologically flawless despite its age. Kilometers down, it opens into a massive, perfectly spherical chamber. Floating in a suspension field at the very center is an inscrutable alien device, a semi-opaque, amber-tinted cube with intricate alien patterns inscribed on all 6 sides. Touching the inscriptions causes rhythmic pulses of light to be emanated from the cube. There's no trace of any known language, code, or mathematical equation in the chamber or in the puzzle box itself, but it's fairly safe to assume that the box is a riddle of some kind. Keep digging. So sit on the box, not in the box, in case I sit around.
Research complete.
We got a bunch of stuff now. Let's see. See, the greater good. Our entire population takes comfort in the knowledge that they are working together for the greater good. Each one a small but important part of a vastly larger whole. Governing ethics, attraction +25, and crime -10. Shall ensure there is never any crime ever. Like, there's 4 crime on this planet, actually. But that's because it's new, so it doesn't have any cops. It's a colony still. It'll be fixed eventually. Self-aware colony ships. Sounds good. What do we want here? As much as I want battleships, superfluid materials increases engineering research even more, so... Science is going very well.
Research complete.
Leaders will live longer and stuff. Skip colonial bureaucracy for more government stuff. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, the leader thing. Go into government policies and stuff. Right now, artificial intelligence is set to citizen rights, which is fine by me. Yeah, it automatically did it. Leaders will live longer and stuff.
Council agenda ready.
Okay, now we can increase pop output on Capital and some other places. But more importantly, let's expand the council once again. It'll take a little while, but only 116 months. How many years is that? So we're 74 years into the game, by the way. I've already explained revert bias. Oh, customers, welcome, please. We bear many goods, we have many wares, all carted safely through the stars for your convenience. Look, this alloy, the weight, the luster, the glow. Have you seen such metallic bonding? Incredible yield strength, maximum grade. Nominal impurities. We can feel it. It calls to you. We will give to you 2,000 alloys if you grant us 15 dark matter. I don't have dark matter, so...
Blocker cleared.
Sorry. Okay, now, these mining districts. Replace them with industrial. And then it will be time to upgrade ice caps now. Self-aware colony ships. Whose space-time theory from our research. Always good. Command matrix is good for more ship fire rate, but this will increase. We can upgrade our other things into hypercoms forums, which will give us even more unity, so let's do that one. Okay, let's go build that habitat that I've been wanting to build. Where do I want to build it, though? This Malton planet. Let's go build a habitat above that. Construction is being started. clearing there's greener grass. Reports from Icecap Zone inform us that a number of inhabitants have left the colony to join the Racket Industrial Enterprise fleet passing through our territory, ostensibly drawn by dreams of adventure or the heady aroma of raw mercantils. Fortunately. So somebody decided to go live somewhere else. Okay. Now, meanwhile, archaeology. Although wildly abstract, the patterns on the puzzle box's surface turned out to be stellar constellations. This was not immediately apparent, because the viewpoints from which the constellations were depicted originates ominously from outside our own galaxy. Once that discovery had been made, unlocking the box was easy. It is, in fact, a map. Once the puzzle box was solved, it lit up to reveal a holographic display of a nearby star system, focusing on a particular location in the outer belt. Observation of that point revealed an unusually dense cluster of rocky debris, some of it continental in size. Upon inspection, it turned out to be the remaining fragments of an entire planet that was somehow destroyed many eons ago. Whatever was there, and whatever inspired the construction of this grand edifice pointing the way, is long gone. Unfortunate. We get some ancient suspension field technology and minerals. Okay, let's do more archaeology. Go over here now. So let's just reduce the amount of minerals we sell again, because we're gonna be reducing the amount of mines we have. I suppose I could build more mining stations on this planet, which I think I will do. This is our mining capital, after all.
Research complete.
Okay, now we can get more unity. Get ancient defensive web slinger. Get the Spider-Man tech. Let's get rid of dangerous wildlife first. Okay, upgrade this. Upgrade this. I didn't know I had an administrative office here. Let's upgrade this. Do I even want the administrative office? Instead, I could have Research Institute. Okay, we got to the gas giant structure. The present dark and lifeless interior. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Well, seems fine. The present dark and lifeless interior of the space station almost succeeds in hiding the fact that it must have been designed as some kind of luxurious pleasure palace. There are seemingly endless rows of rusty slot machines, hundreds of decrepit bars and restaurants, and, amidst it all, thousands of bodies. Dead, partially mummified aliens of at least a dozen different species can be found everywhere, but most of the bodies are clustered around the empty escape pod bays. Curious. A lot of people declaring each other rivals, but I don't think they're going at war, so it should be fine. Another research station over here.
Research complete.
Let's see. Dangerous wildlife can now be removed. Let's get soil ramifications so we can get rid of quicksand. So that should be all of our blockers taken care of. Let's build mineral cutting beams for mining station output plus. This was the only place with quicksand, right? Which we are currently in the middle of researching. We can't do it yet. This... where was the place? The Happy Crystal Stone, still a dangerous wildlife. Let's get rid of that. So I think I can build that space ring around the planet now. Orbital ring. So let's build a ring around the planet. Also, we voted into recycling, so now everybody can recycle better.
Research complete.
This place is still under construction.
Research
Now we can get rid of quicksand. Research is too fast. Ancient saturator artillery. This cannon fires a barrage of ancient, minuscule ionized spheres that charge upon contact with most force fields, giving them high levels of shield penetration. Any theory that these spheres could have been used for jewelry purposes were dismissed when a critical incident melted an entire laboratory. I see. Sure, why not? It's right there. It's only 6 months. Let's get battleships next. Still only have corvettes built. When we do eventually start building ships, we'll have so much different new ones we can build. What else do I want to build here? I'll build one of these here. So all the unity in the world. Back to that gas giant structure. This derelict station, once known as the Star Petal, was apparently a celebrated luxury resort in this corner of the galaxy nearly 1,000 years ago. A small fleet of tugs would drag the station to a new exotic location each year, but Bidgel 5 appears to have been its last. For unclear reasons, the station was pulled into the gas giant's atmosphere where it suffered critical damage. Fascinating. Okay. Seeing strange reports from observers above Durasa 2, one of the native kingdoms has rallied under a mysterious religious figure. We've seen evidence of using advanced technology beyond the current level of development. Could this be related to our missing scientist? Yeah, another scientist is doing the same thing on this planet. Space-time theory. Also, I heard a noise. I hope that was nothing important. I don't know why. The computer makes noises sometime. Okay, let's see. You can build hyper relays, which are good. I think they'll take 0-point power though, so this generates to extract vacuum energy, providing an almost limitless supply of ship power. There is no more efficient way to generate energy. So let's just get the best engines in the game.
Research complete.
Also, can we research that wormhole now? Yes, we can research through wormholes as soon as we're done with the archaeology. So now we can get that cool cannon. What's next? Let's just get atmospheric filtering from our habitability for now. Now, last time we went down and tried to take out the person, maybe we could just leave this one be and see what happens. You know, for science. Okay, this planet, I'm going to now turn it into... Okay, we need 20,000 minerals. Now let's just stop selling minerals for now. We need all of them. And 200 influence, and then we can upgrade Ice Cap Zone into the city planets.
Research complete.
Atmospheric filtering go up. Ground defense planning for a little bit better defense stuff. That'll only take 2 months because we're so good at science now. Like if we go to this massive nation here, their technology level is inferior compared to ours. Probably have the best science in the galaxy besides, you know, the Fallen Empires way beyond us still.
Research complete.
Ooh, hostile environment adaptation for more habitability.
Research complete.
Got battleships now. Then there's the mega cannon. Enormous variant of kinetic artillery, so large that it has to be placed on a fixed spinal mount. I want the mega cannon, sounds fun. And then, let's see. Utopian dream. The dream of a utopian future drives our people ever forwards. A better tomorrow is worth fighting for. Stability +5. Oh, and more archaeology.
Cleared.
The archaeologists working on the star petal have gathered sufficient clues and evidence to paint a reasonably clear picture of the station's final days. A stray asteroid impacted the station, knocking it into an orbit that would soon plunge it into Bijal 5's atmosphere. Station-keeping thrusters could not compensate, and the command staff soon issued an evacuation order. Fortunately, the station only had enough escape pods to evacuate a fraction of its passengers, and mass panic soon erupted. Those who were not trampled to death perished when the station's environment systems failed as it drifted deeper into the gas giant. This was like the Titanic, I guess. We're still gonna keep looking now. There might be something more to this. See, Sandopolis zone over here.
Research complete.
Now that we got rid of the quicksand, we can have another mining district, and why not another sea district? Why not? Okay, we completed the orbital ring. Let's get gene banks for clone armies, just in case. Let's look at this orbital ring. Sweet. Build something at it. We can build a habitation module, high-speed space elevators allow the planet to extend its habitation, resource storage, and refinement facilities into orbit. So that costs a little bit of, influence, but it does increase max districts, so I want probably 2 of those. The anchorages are nice, shipyards and stuff, but I'd rather have more living space on the planet. Then we can upgrade it even further. No, let's wait on that. I want to get enough influence to be able to turn it into a city planet, and once that's started, then I can start upgrading the ring as well. Okay, rummaging through the secure safes where the Star Petal's wealthiest clientele stored their personal belongings revealed a treasure trove of strange artifacts and jewelry. Perhaps the most noteworthy among the found items in the heart of the Pulsar is the Heart of the Pulsar, a unique diamond necklace quite famous in its days for having been worn by 5 different heads of state. Curious.
Blocker cleared.
Very
Research
curious.
complete.
Get that out of the way. Lone armies.
Research complete.
What's this? An ancient cavitation collapser. This high-energy weapon causes brutal micro-collapsing events on impact, generating tremendous heat and force inside its target armor. Sounds cool, but I'll take Command Matrix for more ship fire rate. You have 0-point power now. Let's get volatile material plants so we can make chemical plants. Let's upgrade our ships again.
Ships upgraded.
There's some while where the Senate is currently in session for the Equal Standing Act. Interesting. But we can now do Astral Studies Network. By linking our star bases together into our massive sensor mesh, we can greatly improve the quality of data that we gather. This is the effectiveness of the solar panel network, black hole observatory, and listening post starbase modules and buildings. But best of all, it increases research station output and planet sensor range. So, sure. This place currently has no jobs open, so we should probably build something here. No mines. Let's get some more cities so I can build more science, I suppose. Okay, let's get hyper relays, which will allow us to travel faster through the different systems. It's like a mass relay from Mass Effect, if anybody's played that.
Research complete.
We have the maximum mining districts. What else do we want here? Our money is getting low, so build more money making technicians. Okay, we can outbuild the mega cannon. Let's get autonomous mining drones for our mining station output.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Okay, now we can go through the wormhole to... It goes all the way over here. So that's where our wormhole goes. Fast. Well, let's go do more archaeology.
Research complete.
We have matrix gained. See, I could have more starbase capacity, which would allow us to have a larger military. Let's get an ancient suspension field. Projected further than regular shields, the suspension field technology uses ancient artifacts to slow time at the point of impact to afford the shields a longer opportunity to dispel the incoming attacker's energy. Sure, let's get this cool ancient stuff, even though I probably won't use it.
Research complete.
Hyper relay networks are good. I think they require influence those. We probably won't have much of those. Let's get Hyperdrive 3 with hyperspace slipstreams.
Research complete.
Somebody leveled up. Or just regular governor, let's see. Get more alloys, mechanical pop, assembly speed, which will probably take robots. Yeah, let's get more robot speed. How are we doing robot-wise? How many robots do we have? Even combined, there's only like 50 robots in this. Usually I have way more. Not building it fast enough. Yet we completed the Treadway habitat. We completed the construction of our first habitat, and it's finally time to ready a colony vessel and make a landfall in a world we ourselves have created. From its mechanized core to its highest mountains, every nut, bolt, creek, and cranny have been designed to fit our needs perfectly in our new home among the stars. Fascinating. So now we have, over here, the Treadway habitat.
Research complete.
So we just send somebody to live on there. Let's see. We don't even have 100% habitability on our own thing. You know what, let's build a robot. The robot will live there first. What do we want to call our first colony? Honestly, I kind of like the name it had, Treadway. This would be the Treadway colony. Sounds good to me. Meanwhile, more research. Let's just get all the fancy super science out of the way so we can focus on the important things. Like autocannons. Which will only take 3 months. Our science is growing rapidly, I tell you. What was that? Ooh, a new person. Renowned Paragon Sonder. Suspended on a massive mobility crane is the head and torso of a humanoid. Once this must have been an organic being, but most of what remains is metal, wires, and plastic. Without warning, the body jolts and comes to life. 2 synthetic eyes begin to glow, and a crackling voice emerges. I am Zonder. I seek command. Let me just read your traits and stuff before I even read what you say. So you're an admiral, tactician. You're also synthetic, which increases your abilities as well. Resilient commander. Guidance system focus, explosive weapons and stuff. Scout and micromanager, fleet command, minus 10%. Fascinating. What happened to you? I was once flesh and blood. Like the rest of my people, I was vulnerable to age and disease. My flesh was weak, so I shed it. My consciousness was digitized and uploaded. I have broken free of the body that held me prisoner. Why do you wish to join us? Superstition, religion, baseless lies, useful only to inflame the heart to murderous passion, the cause of countless wars and endless suffering. You and your people see through such nonsense. What is real can be seen, tasted, touched. Just as the flesh must be discarded to reach perfection, childish fantasies must be cast aside. You seek to command a fleet? The form you see before you is but one part of me. The void is my home, and I am one with my ships. My consciousness is ingrained in their very systems. The sensors are my eyes and ears. The hull is my skin. With me at their head, I can direct your fleets to an unprecedented level of excellence. Tell us about your transformation. What is left to say? My body felt ill. I was offered a chance to save my mind, and I leapt at it. Many others tried the same. None survived today. Well, he's rare, so I'll take him. Like my ascent to this perfected state, I will lift your fleet to excellence. And I have this fleet that I haven't had anybody leading for a while, so go chill out on that one.
Research complete.
Let's see, autocannon. But yeah, he's an admiral. Admirals aren't the most useful to me, but not terrible or anything. Yeah. We already have plenty of everyone else.
Research complete.
Another person has joined the Galactic Senate. How nice. So ceramo metal alloys
Research
from our
complete.
so we'll get more alloys. Subdermal assimilation just because it's rare. Don't think we'll need that.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Increase the metallurgy. Since we have a lot of industrial districts, that would be very good. What this building does is increases the amount of alloys they make out of the stuff. So let's get started on that, so we'll have plenty of alloys. Although, did it need something? It needs something. We have those.
Research complete.
No, I'll hold off on upgrading. Sweet. There are empires that are preparing to declare war on us. Oh, are they now? Give me 1 second. The blessed Panaxan theocracy are preparing to declare war on us. So their master must let them do their own wars. If they think they can take us, well, let's just upgrade the fleet real quick. After it's
Ships
upgraded, I'm
upgraded.
going to build more ships. It's finally time. Let's get advanced Corvette hulls for the war that might come. Now let's go to... Before Fleet Manager, there's... Oh, it's in the Fleet Manager now. Ship Designer. You have our spooky Corvette. Which I'm going to add afterburners too, so they're super fast. Now the advanced computers swarm. They got good dodge. They'd be a lot better if we had any thruster level ups, but we don't. So how does this compare to regular shields? Okay, it's way better than the ones we have. We do have enough power to have them, so why not? Upgrade them. Second thought, they require ancient resources, which... Do we have enough of those? We have 500 of those. I think we'll be fine. On the other hand, they're cheaper without them, right? So let's just go back to regular shields for now. Then we get a whole bunch of new stuff. We have what's currently called the Wizard. Might keep it that way. What do I want, though? I'll think... Have artillery, bow. Picket ship stern. Let me see, I want more point defense, so I'll get one of these, and then one of these. Although... Yeah, I'll take double of these laser ones. And for here, I think I'll take... do I want artillery? Do I want even more picket? Even more picket, right. Yes, autocannons, that's what I want. Their DPS is very high. So this will be our little machine gunning ship. It will keep the picket defense on it. Wrong one there. Oh, but we want afterburners on everything, so everything is faster. I'd like my fleet to be fast. I have mostly shields, but I always want to have at least a little bit of armor. Just in case. So there'll be Wizard, Corsair, which is our cruiser. Now this one I will just go all big weapons, I think. So let's see. Advanced railguns I think are the best we have. Although large autocannons are a thing. They don't have nearly the range, though. But the DPS is amazing. You know what? Large autocannons. Let's just go pure autocannon on this ship. The real machine gun ship. Make sure that it's going to be at the right range. Oh, it should be. Let's get double afterburners to increase speed. So we can get up close to the enemy and machine gun them down. Okay, that'll be our Corsair, and then Armageddon is our... This one will definitely be all... Let's see. That requires a lot of those ancient stuff, so we'll just take a Mega Cannon. Just the cannon in the front here. Like, shoots out of the middle. It's like the A carrier. We'll have pure rail guns for this ship, so it'll actually have range, because I want this to be the ship that has range. Or artillery ship, if you will. It already has the double afterburners for maximum speed. With all that out of the way, now let's actually make the fleet have these ships in it. So everything needs to upgrade again, so let's do an upgrade first.
Ship's upgraded.
Okay, now that they're upgraded. Let's see. Add ship right here. I want destroyers, cruisers, battleships. Also, there's supposed to be a type of corvette that you can use torpedoes on. For somehow we haven't researched that yet. Very curious. So anyway, let's have 1 battleship, 2 cruisers for every battleship, 4 destroyers for every cruiser or battleship. Yeah, we're moving upwards. Let's see. And that's how much I can have, I guess. Let's build some fleet. It no longer says they want to go to war with us. I think they're afraid again. Let's get some more edict fund. Speaking of edicts, how are those going? They were using 124 of 120, so I'd rather get that up a little more before trying to use any more.
Building a new home.
So what do we got in here? This person wants to repeal the collective waste. No, I refuse to repeal things. Influence is almost to 200. We can make the city planet soon. It will be glorious. Guess I can upgrade some stuff.
Research complete.
Just that, I guess. Okay. Energy Nexus. Let's get that because shiny. Let's get deep core mining for more minerals. Then we get another one of these. Kinship. A true sense of kinship has developed between all the citizens of our great star nation, regardless of their place in the social order. Sweet.
Handshake protocols activated.
Colony is also going well. They want a research agreement, but I think I'll pass. We barely get any signs from it anyway, because we're so much better than them. They'll just be getting the good side of it. Okay, now back to our next archaeology site. Thick layers of ash, notable mass extinction event in the geological record coincide with the material previously extracted from Grunner data crystals, suggesting the Grunner firebombed Astrian 1 with a gelling incendiary roughly 7 million years ago. Widespread deforestation of the planet's surface disrupted local ecosystems. The lack of oxygen fixing vegetation gradually depleted the planet's atmosphere over the next 60,000 years. Unfortunate. So these Grunner guys just started bombing all of the bioorganism planets because they wanted them. Just killed everything. Forgot I was paused.
Research complete.
Now here goes. More research, rapidly. Glandular acclimation, I suppose. Deep core mine. Robotic assembly systems. Advanced templates allow us to drastically increase assembly of new robots. We definitely want that going on. Okay, we now have enough influence. Archaeology project. There we go. Now that's ongoing.
Construction complete.
And we finish whatever you're constructing there. I forgot. So let's go back and chill. Guess this is that other planet again. I want to apologize for all the effort you put into looking for me. My disappearance in Durasa 2 was entirely intentional. Come to see me as something of a god. Why shouldn't they? Goodbye.
New frontiers established.
You think you're original? We just dealt with this. Anyway, the Treadway colony is now complete. And there's no job for the robot. So let's put down a robot making things so the robot can make more robots. This little space station. So when it's just habitat, that increases stability by 5. Which I think I will keep it as, but yes. Okay, the ball organism. Several exemplary ball fossils. However it's pronounced fossils have been recovered, revealing the long-lost species to have been a hive mind, billions of planetoid units working together as a whole, like the leaves and roots and branches of a tree. Dendrochronology has suggests individual Baal specimens had lifespans in the hundreds of years. The lack of structural ruins in Astroskin 1 appears to be the result of the Baal's reliance on a remarkable organic technology, from ships and buildings to wetware biocomputers and the ravages of time. Fascinating. This place needs an upgrade because we're running out of jobs here. On the no mine zone. Let's see, we need a lot more gases. So after you build that robot plant, can I make artificial gas things? It's the chemical plant. Okay, the one I can't make is the one I want. So we'll worry about that later. Ooh.
Research complete.
Now you build robots. We'll get back to you. That's good. The living state gives more unity into deep space black sites for even more stability. The only places that aren't completely stable yet are the ones that are newer. So I heard alien noise. The awareness has gone down again.
Research complete.
Robotic assembly systems. Now more robots can be built. We also have reactive armor. No, I want more mining station.
Research complete.
Then more research is complete. Then archaeology is doing something. We get sapient combat simulators. Sapient combat AI. Sounds good. Coordinates describing the location of another Baal colony have been extracted from a shattered Grunner data crystal. Perhaps this planet will boast some of the riches sought after by the Baal's ancient enemies. To the next colony.
Situation log updated.
Let me check. Yes, that's the only archaeology left to do is that new one. So. Where is it? Oh, it's up here.
Handshake protocols activated.
Research. No, I'm sorry. It's just not worth it.
Research
I need
complete.
influence. Living state is complete. Ancient driller drones. These high-velocity drones have been equipped with antique mining lasers that virtually ignore any plating, protecting their target. A tech too good to be wasted on Astro Mine. Sure, I'll learn the tech. Probably won't use them, though. So if we go back to shipyards, in order to get that deep space site, black site, we need to upgrade it. So let's just upgrade all of our stuff. Also, I can upgrade that orbital ring eventually as well. May as well build the habitation modules ahead of time. You're declaring us your rival again. How many times do we need to do this?
Research complete.
Okay, we've got the mining station output. Let's do mineral isolation for more mining. Got cloaked fleets. A lot of people doing cloaked fleet stuff. Do see another little minor artifact thing I can build a mining station
Special
at.
project complete.
Let's go do that. A former Baal colony, the Shattered. The crew of the USS Pilgrim. A science ship that does everything. Were initially certain they had made a triangulation mistake when deducing the coordinates of the supposed Baal colony in the Kondori system, having found nothing but asteroids where they expected a life-bearing planet. However, closer study of the asteroid's composition has revealed that they are in fact what remains of the former Baal colony. The once lush planet was blown into several thousand rocky pieces by some unknown collision, occurring roughly 7 million years ago. Deductions suggest the Grunner played some role in the planet's dark fate. One particularly promising asteroid has been selected for further study, as it appears to possess a large number of fossilized life forms from the lost planet. A pity, perhaps we will learn more. Okay.
Research complete.
Now commence the archaeology. Now we got the ancient driller drones. Let's get food processing. Only take 2 months for that.
Handshake protocols activated.
I know defensive. You want a defensive pact, but I'm busy. We need crystals for that. We got plenty of crystals, so let's start upgrading our robot plants everywhere. So we will have more robots everywhere.
Research complete.
Upgrade this last station. Let's see. Farming subsidiaries.
Council agenda available.
Give me 1 second. Let's get Doctrine Space Combat. Okay, it's just telling me that the other one's on cooldown. Don't worry.
Research complete.
Mineral isolation. Ion thrusters. The ships will be faster. This is somebody leveled up. None of these particularly appeal to me. Guess adaptionist, so that your leader experience gain goes up.
Council agenda ready.
Detection instruments have, for the first time, picked up a radio signals emanating from Durasta 2. The industrialized alien civilization has evidently begun experimenting with wireless transmissions. Elsewhere on the planet, reports have come in detailing the launch of basic aircraft. Barring some unforeseen development, this civilization's technological progress will continue at a rapid pace.
Research complete.
Get out of the way, let's expand the council. Now we can have another one. Have the Minister of Extravagance. Or the Chief of Secret Police. Do I have a person to put in? I was kind of hoping I could put that other admiral down. Oh well. Who do I want now? None of these seem particularly good. What about you? Inspirer, Defense Engineer. Ooh, this one has an emotional support pet. Sure, you can be on the guns. Or not. I guess we'll just be an empty spot for her. So I don't have anybody I want to put there. Let me just reorganize the council, I suppose. That'll take so long. Let's just ignore the empty slot then. For now. Increase stability. Evolving society is good. Do more of robot build speed again. Get that first.
Research complete.
Ancient refinery. Best. Give me some of that. Open council position. Yeah, I know. Technology research. Plasma thrusters. I guess I should put somebody here. Also, can I change the name? appointment of something. Let's go with that place. Yes. We don't need a secret part. Guess it's gonna annoy me if it keeps telling me that I have it. I'll just get somebody. Adding penalties to upkeep and experience gained for all your leaders. It should only be a slight amount though, right? Apparently I have an idle leader somewhere. Who's idle then? Aren't you still in the fleet? Why are you clean to sign? I don't know what's happening.
Ship's upgraded.
Who is ready to be put to
Ship's
work?
upgraded.
Tell me. Looks like everybody has a job to make. Is it you? Do you not? Oh, you. Since you're general, but you're without an army. Here, this army that's sitting on this planet. Where is it? Anyway, you go here. Now you have a job. Just sit on the planet and do nothing. For now. Okay, we got more archaeology. We have managed to extract some data fragments from a Let me just drink some real quick, please. We have managed to extract some data fragments from a particularly well-preserved biocomputer fossil. This 10-million-year-old relic appears to contain pedagogical information intended for immature members of the species, not yet ready to receive the full range of the High Mind's neural connection. Young Baal, or saplings, were introduced to growth techniques, horticulture, and nutrition in a more curated experience. These findings suggest Baal society prized terrestrial landscaping and ecosystem management, and are also highly dependent on it for their survival. Tree. What was I gonna do before that distracted me? I don't remember. Oh yeah, the star bases that we're upgrading. They're coming along.
Research complete.
Rogue scientist consolidates power. Received alarming reports from the surface of Terrasta 2. It looks like our rogue scientist is consolidating power. She has given one of the feudal kingdoms access to advanced weaponry. They are now in the process of conquering the rest of the planet in her name. The plan has been proposed to forcibly extract her, but it requires significant ground forces. There's no telling what effect this will have on the native population, as many have come to see her as a god. Yeah, let's just watch what happens with this one without us doing anything. Harmonious directives, the enlightened decrees of our benevolent leadership will spread peace, freedom, justice, and security throughout the entire Star Nation and beyond. Edicts Fund plus 50. Which will also get another Ascension perk. Which I think we want to save until we can get something good. Then we also finish Sapient Combat Simulators. Let's get quantum hacking. Sounds cool.
Construction complete.
Exotic assets are indeed running out, though. This ancient refinery sounds hype. Maybe if I could build one of those on
Ships upgraded.
the habitats, the space colony, that would be cool. So as far as upgrades, I could upgrade that orbital ring, right? I need 8 more influence, okay. Not just yet, then.
Research complete.
Quantum hacking. Oh, we can increase the interleaved support systems so we can get barrier point defense. Since we use those, Let's make our leaders even better with capacity boosters. Now, can I build that really cool Archeo thingamajig? Where's that planet only? It's right here, Ancient Refinery. I want one of those. Please and thank you.
Research complete.
Plasma thrusters. Let's get this because it's shiny. So we need housing, so let's build that after that. Let's get Ancient Refinery here as well. It's one of those sync on each planet we can get one of those. I don't want to dig up anything that's on a planet that's already full, but so actually the only planet that's full is the ice cap zones. Which has a commercial zone that I didn't notice was there, which basically does nothing. So as soon as you're ready, get that into an Ancient Refinery as well. Then our gas problem should be solved overnight.
Ships upgraded.
Yeah, the gas shortage is now happening. Let's just buy some gas to temporarily take care of the problem. 100 should do for a little while.
Construction complete.
This fleet, I don't know why it's in space instead of on the planet. Landed with the other army. Please go sit on the planet.
Research complete.
Let's see. Let's just get all these standardized stuff. Which makes you build the ships faster, which is good, so they don't take as long to build.
Research complete.
Now let's get predictive algorithms so we can have Guardian point defense. Yeah, this fleet is almost 10k in strength now.
Research complete.
Let's see. Improved battleship hulls, sounds good. The battleship's even better.
Spaceport under attack.
Alarming reports are coming in from some of our traders. As we develop space travel, violent fringe groups on Ice Cap Zone have departed our homeworld in increasing numbers, spurning the peaceful ways of our society. These misguided individuals call themselves the Furious Freebooters. They have converted civilian vessels into warships. Living as pirates, they now prey on our vulnerable trade routes in the Chuden system. And their wanton attacks have led to many deaths. Drastic measures may be needed to protect our people. Should be better than this. Shooting system right there. Let's see how they like the mega fleet. Now they're attacking our starbase. I think, yes, they're circling it. Just at quite a distance. Before we get to that, more archaeology. The discovery of another ancient Baal supercomputer remnant has yielded further insight into this planetoid hive mind's history. The Baal appear to have originated from a single planet, its location unknown. As mere plant life, prehistoric Baal were all clones of their parent plants, and gradually developed the capacity for hive consciousness over millions of years of slow, peaceful growth on their home planet. Remarkable. So we can get there before they destroy that. So there's something new to vote on in here, which is just another repeal. I don't want to repeal the recycling. Yes, here comes our fleet. So the battle will begin soon. Okay, here we are. Here's a battle. Finally get to see a battle. Yes, look at this. Bigger ships stay in the background. These ones come in here and do the dogfight. So bigger ships over here, and here's our one battleship in the back. Don't know where the one enemy is. Is this thing? No, that's on our side. Where's this? Oh, they're dead. We won. Okay. It's over. Well, that was fun. Oh, there's some debris in there that we can send our science ship to once they're done archaeologying it up. Pirates have been taken care of. For now. We have to keep an eye on this system. This is now a refinery station. Sounds good by me. We need one of those. So let me just keep it as a refinery station. What else do we need? Okay, something happened. Oh, somebody leveled up. Our military person leveled up. You get Shipbreaker for more alloys every time you defeat an enemy. Or we can make it so we get the Material Liberator, we get energy from defeating enemies. Or with Wrecker, we reduce the chance of spotting debris, but we do more damage. Wait, I'll take even more Shipbreaker, I think. Actually, I'll take Material Liberator as we get energy and alloys from defeating enemies. Now we have more archaeology in a second. A Grunner data crystal has been recovered on J3L1 354F, dating to some 7 million years ago. The data crystal contains partially readable military records pertaining to the planet's invasion. Apparently, the Grunner were expecting some measure of armed resistance and were not impressed by the incredibly slow-moving ball. The record describes the ease with which the ball's delayed responses were circumvented in a highly derogatory fashion. Let's see. People are becoming vassals out there. What do we need the most of? Gases and volatile motes at the moment. We can't make gases. Can't be. The one I need the most of. Maybe we can, it's just hidden somewhere. So I'll just take chemical. Music picks up. We also need more. The consumer goods. We'll get one of those going as well. This place is halfway done to upgrading to the city planet. So now we can upgrade the orbital ring while we're at it. Okay. Then more research. We've got Guardian Point Defense now. Then there's Jump Drive. So now we can instantly teleport to places. You know, once we get that technology. Let's get advanced food processing. Check something in the government to make sure it's set. Make the leaders as good as possible.
Construction complete.
Okay, more archaeology. Another Grunner data crystal has been unearthed, detailing a series of military orders, including the coordinates of another former Ball colony. Our archaeologists, eager to further unravel the history of these two foes, are uploading the data now. Third time's the charm. Then our ships need to be upgraded even further. Where's the next archaeology? I don't see it.
Ships upgraded. upgraded.
I'll look for it in depth in a second. So I want to make sure all of this... Get off my screen. Okay, Deep Space Black Site. And then... I don't think this is one that I would want at Deep Space. Just get resource silos. Deep Space Black Site. Deep Space Black Site. This one's still going. That'll increase the stability on every planet by 5, so everything just wants to be maxed. Like that habitat that wasn't at max is now 100%. Video is getting long, but you don't get anywhere in this game if you just like do it only a few hours at a time. So let's just go. If you only go an hour at a time, so we gotta go further. Mega engineering is really good. The constructions projects of truly staggering scales. We must first achieve a fundamental understanding of both the engineering and resource storage requirements for such megastructures. We're gonna build really big stuff now. We got refugees coming in. So these guys are doing more wars, so... Anyway, what was I gonna do? Before I got distracted by that. Oh yeah, the next archaeology is where? Show me on the map, please. It is... Oh, all the way down there? Can I even get there? Why is it all the way over there? It's right next to my ally, so I guess it's not the worst spot. But I don't think will ever have enough influence to build a system.
Handshake protocols activated.
Okay, this huge place here wants us to protect them now. Sure, and how they work for us. So now this whole area here is all us. Magnificent. So yeah, we're definitely dominating this place now. 6.6 thousand power here. Now we have multiple vassals. How do I get to there again? Yes, there are 3 vassals. This one will be loyal soon enough. We can build something there. Might do another... No, we can do better stuff. The Ministry of Acquisition will give us other food. Energy will get us energy. Might take that. They have the most of food, though. It's Ministry of Truth. It says it gives me influence, but it also says 0, so I don't know what's going on there. Let's see. We can't take the mineral one because we don't have the technology for it yet. It's just the one I would want the most. Let's take the energy one. Or I could just build an aid station. I'll just build an aid station. Boy, now. This place needs more jobs. So let's build more stuff. Industrial districts it is. Embassy with whoever you are, sure. The Senate voted what? What did they vote? Astral studies, some more science. Our influence is going up a little bit though, which is good. There's another place to build a deep space black site. Migration, that'll bring back the influence down a little bit. Migration is good, because it increases our pop growth so much from all the people wanting to move here, because our happiness is so high and we have plenty of jobs open and stuff. Let's get Cyto revitalization. Okay, I guess they didn't want it after all. Right.
Construction complete.
With that, we need more jobs here. Let's see. This gives probably the best jobs, although this is better stuff, so I guess we'll go with industrial districts in seconds. And then get another one. You can start down another one of these. We're gonna need to get supremacy eventually, right? The future of the galaxy belongs to those who are strong enough to seize it.
Council agenda available.
And now I can do the agenda military build-up. I don't think we need that just yet. Again, I still want to save this... No, wait, Galactic Contender. What does that do? Diplomatic weight goes up even more. And if the Fallen Empire ever decides to go violent, we can do more damage to it. The Fallen Empires cling to the ruins of their decrepit civilizations, ever fearful of the younger and more dynamic races that surround them. Their time has long since passed. I mainly just want the diplomatic weight. I will continue to hold on to it, but that's an option. Becoming the owner of the galaxy. We own the whole middle of it, without needing to ever do any war that we ever started. You want commercial pact? Sorry, but it's just not good for me.
Research complete.
Let me see. I could get more influence from building a bigger military, apparently. Might have to look into that in a second. Speaking of, let's get doctrine reactive formations for an even bigger navy. Let's see, we have 1 battleship, 2 cruiser, 4 destroyer, etc. Another battleship, 4 cruisers, 8 destroyers. Go from there. More influence. Tense music has begun. More people want research. I'm sorry, but it's just not effective for me at all. And this place needs more places for people to live. Let's get that going. We have another thing we can build here. I think more unity is good. I just want to get through all of that. Upgrade this orbital ring before the planet's even up city planning yet. The science ship encountered something hostile. Where? What's happening? Like here. Oh, why'd you go that way? What's wrong? Go over here, maybe. Where are you? You're way down here. Oh, there was enemies here. Occupation flotilla. Okay, that's why nobody... has been in there. There's an giant enemy fleet there. Sit here. You also sit here. As soon as the rest of the new fleet is built, it's time to put it to use. Fleets command limit. Increase further. It's doctrine in interstellar warfare for an even more fleet command limit.
Construction complete.
This place is enhanced now. Let's get another habitation thing, and then we can upgrade it again soon. Still building a battleship, and then we'll see more battle. Once again, the computer made noise. Not sure what is. Okie dokie. Let's see. More research is always good, right? Translation software malfunction. Appears that a mischievous third party was able to hack into the translation software of our envoy to the human coalition, Daniel de Castanal, so that his magnanimous platitudes instead became vicious insults that left none unscathed, not least their chairman, who was declared to be a vile troll. Although the malfunction was swiftly uncovered, the humans were not amused at the incident and have lodged an official complaint at the inappropriate behavior of our envoy. Unfortunate.
Research complete.
Research. More science. More. Why not even more science? Can we get the jump drives so we can jump everywhere? Which I might put on the ships before they go. So what do I want next? Quantum firewalls for encryption. First, let's upgrade the ones for here, and then I'll double check to make sure they have all the upgrades I want. Oh, somebody else leveled up. Adrian O'Malley. Reduce upkeep even more. Which I think I will do.
Ships upgraded.
Then they need to upgrade again for some reason.
Ships upgraded.
Okay. Now let's go to Fleet Manager. Ship Design. Okay, I want... So they have the jump drive already. Everything seems good. Time for a really big battle. Relatively big battle. Go sit over here and await further orders. Conflict. What is it good for? A war has broken out in Durasta too. In recent years, certain factions on the planet managed to accrue enough wealth to monopolize the means of production. In turn, others revolted against the growing inequality. Now, an all-out class war has broken out. It is a dark time for Durastas too. This will have lasting consequences. We remain impartial in their political affairs. I guess. Doesn't let me do anything else. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Research complete.
Just right now in the machine age, so industrial age, I guess. Let's get more energy credits. Since we're kind of low on those, they're going down. Even the doctrine fluid fleet templates for even more fleet command limits, where fleets could be even bigger. Something else we can vote on. Minor military sanctions. We must place sensible restrictions on the navies of empires that are in breach of galactic law. Empires that have been denounced or in breach of galactic law have penalties applied to them. Sounds good to me. War is over. After we chose not to involve ourselves with pre-fast-and-light politics, the war under Russia II ended of its own accord. The oppressive powers steamrolled the revolutionaries with ease. The status quo has been restored. The revolution is dead. I see.
Handshake protocols activated.
I have a commercial pact. Sorry, not Gakko first.
Construction complete.
Finish this though. Let's see, what can I build here? What does this do? Oh, more energy credits, more food. Can just build a hydroponics bay if I want more food. Interesting. Not of use to us, though. Food for farmers, energy. None of those are particularly hype, so I'll just get a hydroponics bay for more food. Okay, let's just fully upgrade this thing so I don't have to worry about... Can it be upgraded again? It's acting like it can be. We'll see when it's upgraded fully. Then I can focus all the alloys on the military so we get more influence and thus we can do more stuff. They want 2,000 allies, which we don't currently have. Probably won't have it in time. Oh well. Okay, they're throwing another ship into the trash. So let's go take that for ourselves. Okay, the Venus flytrap declared war on the butterfly ones. Who don't look like butterflies. We have the butterfly picture. Let's get advanced detection algorithms.
Research complete.
And got more fleet stuff. Ancient shield overcharger sounds fancy. We're almost into a city planet. Once we have city planet and I fight whatever's over here, that'll be our finale of this episode, I think. Sounds like it's a good place, isn't it? The noise was made again for some reason. How mysterious. Upgrade science.
Research complete.
Upgrade this. Mega engineering completed. Let's get even more upgrades.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Apparently, I don't see one anywhere.
Research complete.
Yeah, I still don't have enough allies for that. So
Handshake protocols activated.
apparently I can build more fleet for this. I wasn't even at full power yet. Let's see. Detect cloaking. Now we can build the really cool big stuff. Science Nexus. Fully equipped and operational Science Nexus. The research labs and databanks for Science Nexus generate an immense flow of raw, undiluted science. We can also get tracking implants, but that decreases happiness. But let's just get the research over with. The ice cap zone. Econopolis. Ice cap zone encased. Layers upon layers of urban sprawl eclipse the globe's crust, and it is done. Scant few years have passed since the start of this grand project, but it's already difficult to recall what the surface of Ice Cap Zone was like. Verdant, rugged, it is all steel now, miles in every direction. A place once molded by chance and the unthinking laws of nature, now a design wrought from indomitable purpose. So yeah. Just zoom in on it. Why'd the camera do that? Okay. Look at it. It's just a giant city now.
Special project complete.
Okay, we got some science from that other thing. Come chill over here. What was I gonna look at? Upgrade this while we're here. Now it just has foundry archaeologies, factory archaeologies, residential archaeologies. There's also leisure archaeologies and administrative archaeologies. Which is good if you want unity.
Research complete.
So let's let it build everything it wants real quick. Titans, even bigger than battleships. Definitely want those. More noises are happening. The fleet is en route, though. It's almost there. Okay, let's see. Ship firing. Overwhelming force. Everything must be brought to bear on the enemy if victory is to be assured. A swift and decisive attack can paradoxically save lives that would have been needlessly lost in a prolonged engagement. Increase ship fire rate. Just before the battle. Excellent. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, check this real quick. Econopolis gives resources from Jaws plus 20%. That's huge. Pop growth speed plus 15%. Mechanical pop assembly speed plus 15%. Organic pop assembly speed plus 15% to everything. Building slots plus 12. And automatic resettlement chance increase. Okay. So can I change this hydroponic bay into... what is it called? Transit hub. I forgot I needed those on all these places. So let's switch out for those. Requires an own system in the plane. Let's get rid of these hydroponic bays. I'm sure our food is running out, actually. It's okay, we'll just buy more food. Our money is also running out. It will be fine. Transit hubs everywhere, so no longer have to worry about the unemployed staying on one planet like these two robots sitting over here. They'll move to the planet that needs jobs instead. Borders opened. They no longer hate us, probably because we're friends with their friends. Everything is good. Okay, the fleets have arrived. Does somebody beat us there and there's no enemies there anymore? That would be hilarious. Oh. No, they're still
Battle
here.
commenced.
Here's a battle for us. Slow down so we can see it happen. They just rush in there, apparently. You can see some of the ships teleporting out when they get too injured. These the battleships way over here? Yeah, battleships just hanging out in the distance. Shooting in there. Okay, that's that fleet taken care of. Now quickly send this in here. Let's survey the system. And then you can hang out in there as well and be ready to build something. It'll take a lot of influence to do that. Let's see. Let's make everything fast again.
Construction complete.
Return to the home base, please. All that stuff was built, so we can build more ships. And now the fleet will be at full strength once it's finished building. More upgrades
Council
everywhere.
agenda ready.
So we can do the council agenda real quick. Yes, more robot speed. And then after that, what do I want? So we can either make everybody happier or get more unity. I think I'll take some more unity real quick. One day we'll get the full council of 6 people. Yeah. As soon as the ships get back up, we've been careless, conducting operations in the Jurassic system without bothering to hide our activities. Despite their modest technology level, even the Fex Klagan Society have taken notice of our activity. First contact is now unavoidable. Is that a problem? But there you are. We've been waiting for you to initiate contact for so long. You decided to make the first move. What happens now? Say greetings, friends. Greetings, comrades. Or we come in peace. What happened about that person that went down to your planet to be a god? What happened to that? That's the thing. Greetings, friends. First alien encounter. The news that we've made formal contact with the Telgia is spreading like wild. I mean, we've done this before. I think it just glitched out a little bit. Was that even this place? Yes, it was. So now that we've made contact with them, can we...
Handshake protocols activated.
Commercial pact with somebody else, sweet care. We're good. You guys, what can we do now that we know about each other? So who is currently doing spy stuff? Should be one spy somewhere. You. Instead, you'll be being friendly with them. So I noticed I have one more person that's not doing anything. So you'll instead make us even more powerful in here. Okay, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah. What can we talk to you about? We can offer societal guidance. Or you can provide technology. Or you can form commercial. Let's just wait until they like us more and then do some of that stuff. I don't know what happened to the person that thought they went down there. Maybe they just died. Oh. Let's get reverse engineer minor artifacts. Then are the ships back? Why are you just sitting? Give me 1 second. Maybe it's in fleet. There used to be like their home system, and they'll go to their home system, but I don't see a home system. Hurry back here, please. So instead, we're just gonna call it here. So, if you have been enjoying this series, liking the video helps. More people find it. Subscribing always helps as well. And you can be informed of new ones. Leaving a comment makes me feel better about people watching it. But most importantly of all, have a nice day. Bye.